Image of Babur with either a very fierce warrior or somebody who was a mass murderer or an iconoclast or an empire builder. We don't connect him with humor.
Biography is lot more than being a pamphlet. It has to really give each and every substance of that person.
I started reading the book is that the pen pictures that sort of jump out, and they jump out quite early on in the book. Like there is a very very funny pen picture of Babur's father, who was like me, was a man of substance, liked to eat well, clearly, and he used to wear very tight kurtas, like tunics. And when he, sort of took a deep breath or laughed or something, the buttons would pop. So we kind of connect the image of Babur with either a very fierce warrior or somebody who was a mass murderer or an iconoclast or an empire builder. We don't connect him with humor. Would you like to talk a little bit about that?
When I took up this task to do the entire biography of Babur, I wanted to be as much honest as possible. It should look like a biography rather than being a pamphlet of one wing. Rather, I always say that I don't want wing because I'm a Dharti Putra. I don't want right wing, I don't want left wing, I want to be grounded. So the moment you try to make a pamphlet from a left wing, it will be all about economy. Economy is what drives the invasions, and somehow there is no religious motive. When you will pick a very right wing narrative, at times it will be only focusing on the invasions and how many people were killed and what loss we went through. But biography is lot more than being a pamphlet. It has to really give each and every substance of that person. So it's very important to paint the villains and the heroes not as a gods or demons, but as just very common people, so that we can really be prepared that it can happen anything around us. So it was more to humanize Babur. Again, this may hurt a lot of people, but when I say that I want to humanize him, I want to show a picture that he's a very human person, and it can't just be any other human who can do any wrong with you. And at the same time, when you are looking at the human picture, you can't say ignore when you are even talking about the biography of Hitler. You can't ignore the paintings what he made if you're talking about the biography. Likewise, I'm talking about Babur. I can't ignore his humor. I can't ignore his poetry skills. I can't ignore him being a very good family man compared to other successors. So I meticulously like to address those things so that they can become like a larger biography than being serving like a pamphlet to anybody.
To what extent was the question of his legacy's legitimacy important for Babur becoming a conqueror? Because he could neither be a caliph nor be a khan. As a Timurid, he could neither be a caliph nor be a khan. So, and he lost his kingdom. He lost Samarkand. So he was pretty much a leader in search of an empire. To what extent was that critical to him turning into a conqueror and also looking at India?
When you read Babur Nama, you will find it quite astonishing if people say that Babur established Mughal Empire, that he's abusing Mughals many times. He says that wherever Mughals go, there is unrest, there is no peace. So the man who hates Mughals so much, we are we just came on to say that Babur established the Mughal Empire. It's an irony. Now, as far as his conquering is concerned, it was more inspired from two ideas. One was because he lost his father at the age of 11.
Yes.
He grew up hearing the story from grandmothers from both the side, and the grandmother would tell the tale of Changiz and Taimur. Somehow Taimur had a very strong influence on Babur. And if one reads the autobiography of Babur, biography of Taimur, written by Yazdi, Yazdi makes it clear that one very core purpose of Amir Taimur is to Islamize whole of the world. And when he walks into the battle with, say, the polytheist, he takes the prescription from the holy book. He's literally doing it, that what I need to do with them. Now, Babur often quotes Amir Taimur in Babarnama. He says that I have to fulfill his dream. He's cryptic that what he's trying to say, but he talks about the dream. Now, the way he treats the Hindus later on, like he on the eve of the Battle of Khanwa, he says that he leaves drinking alcohol, so he destroys the pots of alcohol. And he says that the way I have destroyed the pots of alcohol, that's how I'm going to destroy the idols of the Hindus. In fact, he's comparing our gods with the pots of alcohol. So he had that kind of disdain. He writes in Babarnama that Bharat or Hindustan is a land which is full of docile people, as in people who will do anything for you at much ease. He talks about a lot of wealth in terms of gold and silver, flowing gold and silver. So he has in fact carried away a lot of wealth. People say that वो आए यहीं के आके रह गए, but this is not true. In fact, Babur carried a lot of money, sent it to Samarkand, Uzbekistan. He did so, and it is said that in Kabul, after the Battle of Panipat, at least one silver coin was given to each and every soul. At least a minimum of one silver coin, and it's happening in 1526 CE. So he had one his intent of Islamizing Bharat for sure, which is quite cryptic, but this is our high decipher because of his later sayings in Babarnama, what he's thinking about the Hindus. And at the same time, of course, he had no territories. Somehow Hindustan looked like a place which has kind of a vacuum, and so he thought to pounce upon it. It made 5 attempts to get into Hindustan.